Hello, in this video we present the customer service and assessment modules of the Progress IMS's Claims Manager system. Let's take a close look together at how these modules work. Customer service consists of 4 parts: current incidents, open tasks, search, and executors. First, let's focus on the executors section. Incidents approved by the adjuster supervisor are forwarded to the executors section. In this section, the supervisor can first click the Workload button to monitor each executor's daily and total workload. With the displayed information, it becomes easy to distribute incidents evenly among executors. There is functionality to assign one or more incidents to the same executor. To do this, select the incidents and click the button prepared to choose the responsible person. In the window that opens, a list of executors is displayed. After selecting the responsible person and clicking Save, the incidents are assigned directly to that executor. To accept an incident, the executor goes to the Current Incidents section. On the page that opens, extensive filtering and convenient search options are provided. Here, let's open one of the incidents assigned to them. First, they review all incident details. If there are 2 participants in the incident, to accelerate the process, the system automatically creates a task and forwards it to the assessor. Thanks to this feature, the assessor and the executor gain the right to work intensively on the case at the same time. In chain incidents, the executor selects the at-fault and the victim among the participants. Tasks are created and manually forwarded to the assessor. Since executors and assessors work on the case in parallel, let's begin first with the assessment module. After the assessor completes their work, we will continue in the customer service module. The assessment module consists of 2 parts: current tasks and search. Let's navigate to the current tasks section. In the assessment section, selection of responsible persons is done automatically by the system. If there are multiple tasks for an incident, all tasks are assigned to the same assessor. Otherwise, the responsible person is assigned on a rotational basis. As in other sections, extensive filters and search options are available here. Now, let's open one of the tasks assigned to the assessor. First, the assessor accepts the task and begins work. In the assessor module, there are 3 types of assessments: in-house assessment, workshop assessment, and independent expert assessment. First, in the in-house assessment section, the initial report is prepared. In the initial report window, there are 2 types of work: labor and spare parts. According to these types, the stages of damage and their amounts are recorded. After the initial report is applied, click the New Operation button to record the progress and the agreement with the customer. A status is selected according to the customer's decision. Here, I want to note an important nuance. The operations section can be managed by 3 departments: call center, executors, and assessors. This depends on which department's responsible employee the claimant is in contact with and to which department they communicate their decision. If the claimant agrees with the proposed amount, the final report is completed by the assessor and forwarded to customer service. If the customer does not agree with the amount, select Send to Workshop from the statuses and we move to the next phase, the workshop assessment phase. First, the workshop to which the case will be sent is chosen, and the preliminary amount and initial report prepared by the workshop are uploaded. If the insurer does not agree with the workshop's initial report amount, the proposed amount is entered, and finally, the final report and the final amount are entered and the case is forwarded to customer service. Additionally, I would like to briefly mention the HuCorrep module. Clicking the Send to Correct button initiates this integration. The Correct module is designed to create and monitor data exchange between workshops and the insurance company. In the claims system, the assessor can easily track and manage the initial report, final report, proposals, repair stages, and other phases. For detailed information, you can watch the video linked above. If the claimant does not agree with the amount or with sending for repair, the independent expert assessment phase begins. An independent expert is selected and, as in the other phases, reports and amounts are determined and sent to customer service. After the assessor completes their work, the executor continues. Let's return to the current incidents log in the customer service module and open the relevant incident. Here we can see the list of tasks. We click the executor's task. On this page, some information recorded by the adjuster is displayed. It is possible to make edits and record new information according to the progress of the work. In chain incidents, proportional allocation is carried out automatically by the system. In some cases, if a new task arises later, clicking the Refresh Allocation button recalculates and redistributes amounts across all tasks. The final amount determined by the assessor is displayed here. And finally, the beneficiary's details are recorded and saved. Let's navigate to the Documents tab. In this section, document types are displayed by the system according to the insurance line. The executor uploads all of the claimant's documents. If files are incomplete, warnings appear via statuses. In the Assessment tab, you can view all of the assessor's notes and the final damage report. Now let's move to the Payment Details section. First, the executor clicks the Start button to begin the finalization phase. If the customer decides on repair, the bank details of the workshop performing the repair are automatically displayed here. If the customer agrees with the amount, the bank details are recorded. Clicking the Print Form button allows us to view the completed report. Once all phases are finished, in the Approval tab it is sent for managerial confirmation. The executor's work in this section is then complete. If there is any incorrect information, it can be returned by the supervisor. Thus, with optimal task distribution to executors, parallel work with assessors, and multiple assessment methods, the processes are carried out quickly, transparently, and based on customer satisfaction. Thank you for your attention.